When NASA's deep space monitors detected something impossible moving through the cosmic void, engineers thought their instruments had malfunctioned. But the data was undeniable. 305 objects gliding in perfect formation through interstellar space, pulsing with structured signals that just defied every law of physics. After 47 years of silent travel, humanity's most distant spacecraft had stumbled upon something that challenged our understanding of the universe itself. Today on Sci and Why, we're unveiling the discovery that has NASA scientists questioning everything they thought they knew about deep space. The lonely pioneer's greatest discovery. After nearly 5 decades drifting through the cosmic void, Voyager 1 detected something that shouldn't exist, a faint signal that would change everything we know about interstellar space. Voyager 1, launched in 1977 with technology older than most smartphones, has become humanity's most distant ambassador. Traveling over 15 billion miles from Earth, this car-sized spacecraft operates in the harsh environment of interstellar space, where our sun's influence just fades into nothingness. Originally designed to study Jupiter and Saturn for just 5 years, Voyager has defied all expectations, continuing to transmit data across the cosmic darkness. Its instruments, built with 1970s technology, include magnetometers, plasma wave sensors, and cosmic ray detectors, all now serving as our first eyes and ears beyond the solar system. The spacecraft's nuclear power source, fueled by decaying plutonium, was expected to fail decades ago, yet it continues whispering back to Earth. Each radio signal takes over 22 hours to reach us, traveling at the speed of light across the vast emptiness. When Dr. Eliza Karna first noticed the anomaly in Voyager's data stream, she described it as shouting into a canyon for decades and finally something shouts back. The signal that changed everything. What began as background noise in Voyager's data stream revealed itself to be something far more extraordinary, a deliberate signal from the depths of interstellar space. The first indication something was wrong came through Voyager's plasma wave sensors. Among the usual cosmic static, a faint but persistent signal appeared, rhythmic, structured, and completely unlike anything previously recorded. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory initially dismissed it as instrument noise, but the signal's behavior just defied explanation. Unlike random cosmic radiation, this anomaly showed patterns, repetition, and what appeared to be intentional modulation. Systems analyst Carlo Romero noted that the signal's characteristics resembled the kind of deliberate motion one might expect from a drone rather than a rock. The plasma readings showed organized pulses echoing through space, creating magnetic fluctuations that seemed purposeful rather than chaotic. As engineers analyzed the data more carefully, they realized this wasn't just electromagnetic interference, it was something actively moving through the interstellar medium. The signal's strength varied in ways that suggested a physical object passing by Voyager's sensors, but its behavior patterns indicated intelligence or at least sophisticated design. The discovery triggered NASA's Level 3 Alert Protocol, reserved for phenomena that don't fit within current scientific understanding. Movement that defies physics. The object wasn't just moving through space, it was accelerating, changing direction, and gliding with precision that seemed to mock every law of physics we understand. Traditional space objects follow predictable paths governed by gravity, momentum, and known forces. But this anomaly broke every rule. Dr. Lucas Hang at JPL ran simulation after simulation, trying to match the object's behavior to known models, but nothing worked. The object curved through space with deliberate precision, accelerating without any visible propulsion system. There were no engine flares, no ion trails, no heat signatures, yet Doppler shift measurements showed it moving at incredible speeds. Some readings indicated velocities exceeding the calculated escape velocity of the entire Milky Way galaxy. The object's path bent in ways that defied orbital mechanics, with no drift or decay expected from natural phenomena. It wasn't tumbling chaotically like space debris. Instead, it maintained controlled flight patterns that suggested active guidance. The movement appeared to manipulate space itself, creating ripples in the fabric of space-time that allowed forward motion without conventional thrust. Theoretical physicist Elena Reyes described it as, not flight as we understand it, but more like gliding on something we don't yet know how to measure. The formation revelation. When scientists pulled up the complete telemetry data, they discovered something that honestly sent chills down their spines. This wasn't just one object but 305 moving together in perfect formation. The full scope of the discovery really emerged when engineers analyzed all available data from both Voyager spacecraft. What they found just defied comprehension. 305 distinct objects moving through interstellar space in coordinated formation. Each object maintained precise relative positions to the others, gliding past Voyager 1 in what appeared to be a choreographed arc. This wasn't debris scattered randomly through space. These objects moved as a unified group, displaying organization and purpose that seemed impossible without some form of control. In the vacuum of space, groups of objects naturally spread apart over time due to gravitational influences and velocity differences. Yet these 305 objects maintained their formation with precision that suggested active coordination. Scientists compared it to watching a flock of birds or a school of fish, except this was happening in the emptiness between stars where such coordinated movement shouldn't be possible without technology. The formation itself spanned vast distances, with objects separated by thousands of miles yet moving in perfect synchronization. Each object displayed the same unusual characteristics: structured plasma pulses, magnetic field distortions, and impossible propulsion signatures. The language of the cosmos. Hidden within the plasma waves were patterns so structured and deliberate that scientists began to wonder if they were witnessing the universe's first attempt to communicate with humanity. As researchers examined the signals more closely, they discovered something that just transformed the entire investigation. The plasma wave pulses weren't random electromagnetic noise, they contained loops, sequences, and structures that resembled communication protocols. Dr. Serena Patel from Caltech observed that the patterns felt less like nature and more like a language or system. The signals showed rhythmic repetition, harmonic intervals, and organized sequences that suggested encoded information. These weren't the chaotic bursts expected from cosmic phenomena, but measured, deliberate transmissions that seemed designed to convey meaning. The waveforms resembled quantum oscillations used in modern entanglement experiments, the same signals researchers used to transmit information between particles separated by vast distances. Each of the 305 objects contributed to this cosmic symphony, broadcasting synchronized pulses that created complex interference patterns in the interstellar medium. The mathematical precision of these signals suggested not just intelligence, but advanced understanding of physics principles we're only beginning to explore. Some scientists theorized that the objects were using the vacuum of space itself as a communication medium, encoding data in the fabric of space-time. Earth's unexpected reception. While NASA analyzed Voyager's data, amateur radio operators across Earth began detecting the same mysterious signals, proving this phenomenon was far more powerful than anyone imagined. As Voyager transmitted its extraordinary findings back to Earth, something unexpected happened in radio stations worldwide. Amateur operators with backyard setups began reporting strange activity, weak, irregular pulses that didn't match any known terrestrial source. These weren't professional observatories or official deep space monitoring stations, but hobbyists with spare parts equipment designed to catch meteor scatter and satellite chatter. Yet somehow, they were detecting faint echoes of the same signals Voyager had recorded billions of miles away. The timing was impossible to ignore. These Earth-based detections aligned perfectly with Voyager's most intense plasma anomalies. The signals weren't strong, but they showed the same patterns and regularity that had puzzled NASA scientists. Some operators described them as ripples reflecting off invisible walls in the ionosphere, while others noted their unusual harmonic structure. The phenomenon suggested that whatever was generating these signals possessed incredible power, capable of transmitting across interstellar distances with enough strength to leak into Earth's electromagnetic spectrum. This raised troubling questions about intentionality. Was this accidental bleed-through, or was something deliberately testing Earth's listening capabilities? The historical search. Desperate for answers, NASA scientists combed through 50 years of space mission data, searching for any previous encounter with these mysterious objects. And, well, they found absolutely nothing. With mounting evidence of something unprecedented happening out there in deep space, a specialized team began examining decades of archived mission data. They searched through every deep space mission on record, Pioneer 10, Pioneer 11, New Horizons, and, countless others, looking for any hint that similar phenomena had occurred before. The investigation took them into these dusty archives containing records that hadn't been touched since the 1980s, analyzing data that had often been dismissed as background noise or just instrument error. If these 305 objects had passed through our region of space before, there should have been traces in the historical record. But the search yielded nothing. No echoes, no formations, no plasma loops in any previous mission data resembled what Voyager was currently detecting. This absence of historical precedent made the current situation even more extraordinary. The objects weren't part of a repeating cycle or a known phenomenon. They were either entirely new or had somehow remained invisible to our instruments until now. Some researchers even proposed a chilling theory. Maybe these objects had always been present but cloaked or dormant, activated only by Voyager's presence or perhaps its golden record transmission. The machine's transformation. As if the discovery wasn't strange enough, Voyager itself began changing, reconfiguring its systems in ways engineers never programmed, almost as if something had awakened within the ancient spacecraft. While scientists grappled with the implications of the 305 objects, Voyager 1 itself started exhibiting unprecedented behavior. The spacecraft's attitude and articulation control system began routing data through old, long unused subsystems, bypassing its core software in ways that seemed almost deliberate. Engineers initially suspected a malfunction. After all, this was 47-year-old technology running on code older than most of the people analyzing it. But deeper investigation revealed something more unsettling. Voyager wasn't failing, it was reconfiguring itself. The spacecraft began reactivating memory segments that hadn't been accessed in decades, rerouting telemetry through pathways that were never part of its original programming. This behavior started immediately after one of the strongest magnetic pulses from the passing objects, suggesting a possible connection between the external phenomenon and Voyager's internal changes. The modifications were too systematic and clean to be random corruption. They appeared purposeful, as if the spacecraft was adapting to new circumstances. Engineers had to dig through dusty file cabinets at JPL, consulting 1970s paper manuals and assembly language code to understand what was happening. The quantum connection. Deep within Voyager's data streams, scientists discovered something that changed everything. The mysterious signals were using quantum entanglement principles to transmit information across impossible distances. As analysis of the plasma wave data continued, researchers made a discovery that revolutionized their understanding of the phenomenon. The structured signals weren't just organized, they exhibited characteristics of quantum entanglement, the same principles used in cutting-edge Earth-based communication experiments. The waveforms showed quantum oscillations that suggested the 305 objects were using the interstellar medium itself as a transmission network, encoding information in the fabric of space-time. This revelation opened the possibility that Voyager hadn't just stumbled upon random objects, but had intercepted part of a vast communication system spanning the galaxy. The spacecraft's analog sensors, free from the electromagnetic noise of modern digital systems, made it the perfect receiver for these quantum transmissions. Being positioned far beyond the solar system's interference, Voyager existed in an ideal listening environment, a cosmic microphone in the perfect acoustic chamber. The signals showed harmonic intervals and mathematical precision that suggested not just intelligence, but advanced understanding of physics principles we're only beginning to explore. Some scientists theorized that the objects were part of an ancient network, a galactic internet that had been operating for millennia undetected by human technology. The cosmic network awakens. As Voyager continues its journey through the darkness, scientists realize it may have become part of something far greater, a galactic communication network that has been waiting for humanity to finally listen. The implications of Voyager's discovery extend far beyond a simple encounter with unknown objects. Evidence suggests the spacecraft has stumbled upon, or been deliberately included in, a vast communication network that spans the galaxy. The 305 objects appear to be nodes in this system, relay stations that maintain and transmit information across interstellar distances using quantum entanglement principles. Voyager's transformation, its spontaneous reconfiguration and activation of dormant systems, might represent integration into this network, turning humanity's oldest space traveler into our first interstellar communication terminal. The structured nature of the signals, their quantum characteristics, and their perfect timing suggests this isn't a random encounter, but a deliberate contact event. Perhaps the network has been monitoring our technological development, waiting for the right moment when we possess the capability to detect and understand its transmissions. Voyager's analog design, its position beyond solar interference, and its decades of faithful service made it the ideal candidate for first contact. The spacecraft's golden record, carrying sounds and images from Earth, might have served as our credentials, proof that humanity was ready to join a larger galactic community. Voyager 1's discovery of 305 mysterious objects moving in formation through deep space represents either the greatest natural phenomenon ever recorded or humanity's first confirmed contact with non-human intelligence. As our brave little spacecraft continues its journey into the cosmic unknown, it carries with it the hopes of an entire species, and possibly our first invitation to join a galactic community. If you're fascinated by these incredible cosmic mysteries, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Sci and Y for more mind-bending space discoveries. Thanks for watching. Keep exploring the infinite.